cooling down after a nice long run. And I just see that people limit themselves so much. So I want to share how you can have unlimited energy and to train for whatever you want. These are principles that I learned to teach myself how to dunk.
You are now free to float.
No education, no professional training. I ran a marathon, just finished 26.2 miles. First time ever. Just ran my first half marathon 4 days ago. It's about trusting yourself. It's about expressing yourself. I'm still healthy and now I'm competing for High Rocks in 11 days. And when I take home the trophy, it'll be another accolade. But the point is, the number one step is excitement. What lights you the frig up? With dunking, I had no goals besides the thought of how amazing would my life be if I could dunk a basketball. And that goes to the childhood joy within you that will pull you through anything if you believe it. So the two parts of step one are desire and belief. So at first I didn't believe in myself for many years. And then when I finally said, I think it's possible, that's when I started training. That's when I started going for it. That's when I achieved it. The desire was always there. And another part C of number one is, do you have this desire that is lighting you up despite what anybody else says, despite what all logic says, because that is your gift. That is your true calling. A lot of guys want to dunk, but when they start doing it, they're like, you know what, it's just something cool. For me, it's like maybe like surfing or other activities that I think are so cool, but I don't stick to. So try to find that clarity of what excites you beyond anything else. So you have the desire, the belief, and your unique gift. That's part one, clarity. Part two, how are you committing to that thing? For me, one really powerful one is saying it online, saying it to other people. And that's where I believe that's one of my gifts, is staying committed to something despite what other people say. But you need to set your boundaries. So when you're going to this thing and it really truly lights you up, what boundaries are you setting to make sure you get it? Whether that's, for example, if you want to get more flexible, maybe you sign up for a 10-day or a 1-year pass for a yoga studio. And by paying for it, by signing up, you're going to be committed. You're going to show up. So how are you setting boundaries for yourself to show up? And part B of number two is, how are you detaching from the outcome? So for dunking, it was so much about the journey and the actual goal. Because once I achieved the dunk, it's just saying, let's see what's possible. I didn't attach my worthiness to landing the dunks. So how are you detaching from the results? Meaning, when you detach from the results, you give yourself the opportunity to go towards the goals. Because if I said, where's dunking going? How am I gonna make money? All these questions of where it's going just block me. So they don't help anything. So how can you be detached? And this is for training for anything, but as you see, these can be applied to anything in your life. So set your boundaries. What are you saying no to? I said no to alcohol. I said no to processed foods. I said yes to good sleep. I said yes to early mornings. And I loved it. Going back to step one, it's because I freaking loved everything about it. So you have to set your boundaries and commit to it. And the third piece is consistency. How are you showing up every single day, taking action towards it? So the commitment is your verbal commitment, or your commitment to yourself, or a length of time to help frame it. And then your consistency is in your daily showing up. How are you showing up as your best? And one of the major keys I see that people do wrong with training, or even like running their business, is they don't do their best. They're trying to do the most. So for example, with dunking, you can't do the most. That's why I never really loved competitions, or I did very few, because to be at my peak, I just want to train intuitively every single day. And even for High Rocks, I have this competition coming up and I see how it's pushing me to push harder than I need to go. But if I had no competition, and this is where you need to know yourself. For me, I have no trouble trying to reach my potential. I'm excited by my goals. So if you're excited by your goals, you don't need anybody to give you motivation to push your potential. But if you do, set a deadline, and how are you showing up for that competition? Make up a competition in your mind. So that consistency is about how are you showing up as your best every day. And a lot of you watching might be very ambitious and want to do really big things. And the thing is, it's way more about understanding when to rest and having strategic rest as much as strategic action. Strategic rest is the action, but so many people, they're coming from a fear mindset of like, if I don't reach this goal by this time, I'm not going to get it. I'm going to miss my prime, all these different things. But if you have no competition, if you have no deadline, How are you doing your best every single day? Not the most, not running yourself into the ground, not burning yourself out, not injuring yourself. And I still deal with that. Today I went for a long run and I wanted to go longer, but everything was hurting like crazy from my past workouts, tweaked my back a little bit. So I have to do its best. I can't do the most. That's just not how humans work. So if you can learn anything from me, it's about doing the best, not the most. And some of the most common blocks are with money and relationships. So with dunking, for example, or training yourself for a marathon, sometimes you might have kids, you might have a partner, and you say you don't have the time to do it. But my question for you is, if you're lit up and you're passionate about what you're doing and you're improving your body, how do you think you're gonna show up in every other way of your life? You're gonna feel more grounded, you're gonna feel more confident in yourself. And so many people push health or training as a lower priority thing, and they wonder why they have no energy, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you're not allowing yourself to express your greatness, that's gonna get stored in your body. I believe we all have a great expression within us, and it's not about finding it, it's about letting ourselves take the steps towards it. Another block is saying that this joyful thing, how is it gonna make money? Or why do I get to do this? Or just having worthiness issues around doing what you love. And we don't understand that doing what we love can make us the most money, the most abundance, the most prosperity, all of that. But I ask you to ask yourself, don't you think the more passionate you are and the more you love the task that you're doing, the more effort you're gonna give it, the more love you're gonna give it, the more people can feel it, and then that's going to lead to the greatest service you can? And then ask yourself, how do you define success? And you get to choose that. I have videos on the subconscious. You get to choose how you define your reality. So how are you defining it? By past notions, by other people's beliefs? Because I choose to define my success, one, by how inspired I am, two, by how inspired I can make you guys. And if I live my life through that, I will feel like the most successful man on the earth. And my goal is to be the most inspiring man in the world. And number two, what is success? Is it achieving all these things? Or is it how you feel? Is it who you're being? Is it the ability to say, I love myself when I look in the mirror? Is it that you're proud of yourself every day? Is it that you're leading from your heart? Or is it that you're working the most hours, using the most energy, meaning burning out? That's not how I define it. And I encourage you to check your definition. So if you're watching this video right now and you don't take a single action, whether it's even asking yourself, journaling the answers, or taking one step towards understanding what you love to do, that's the same voice, same shadow, same hesitation that's gonna keep killing you and keeping you where you're at. Because action is motion, is expression. And if you don't practice it, you're never going to get better at it. So start gathering data of what you wanna do and who you wanna be. And most importantly, be it now. There is no better time. Notice what comes up for you. I don't have enough time now. When I have more time in the future, when things settle down, when I have less stress. No, you're stressed because you're not doing these things. And you know this. I'm just here to help reveal that you're not doing it. I cannot make you take the action. I'm really good at helping surfacing the fears and when you're acting out of fear and helping you see the truth. But you have to take the step in that truth and trust it. And it's scary and it's because it's unknown. But if you know that formula, you know that it's going to be scary, you know that it's just the unknown, you feel that excitement, it gives you the courage to take that step and make that shift. Let me know if you want my energy activation framework. Just comment energy and I will send it your way. It's completely free. I just want people to inquire within themselves and take frickin' action. And I'm always here for more. Let's fucking go!